Hi guys, this is GSMDome and I'm here with the unboxing of the ASUS ROG Phone 9. Actually the ROG Phone 9 Pro in a special version with 1TB of storage and 24GB of RAM. This is the handset and it has a brand new illumination, mini LED at the back side, and it can even play games. So this is the very first Snapdragon 8 Elite phone that we're testing. It's the first handset to use that processor, at least from those that came to us. We also have the Realme GT7 Pro, but that hasn't arrived yet. Okay, so it's a gaming phone for sure, with gaming buttons on the side, improved cooling, and also a camera with a gimbal, something you don't see every day nowadays. There's a special X mode, there's a special armory crate, and this beautiful set of LEDs, anime LEDs here, can show music visualizer, it can show the game you're playing, and can show a myriad of other things like the charging battery, the time, and even some arcade video games. The phone is available only in black, the Pro version. The stormy white version is reserved for the basic model, the non-Pro one. So let's see what's inside the box. We have an envelope here, and the envelope includes some surprises. I know you've seen phones before bundled with a case, but this one has two cases. We also have a metal key used to access the slots, and let's see the cases. As far as I know, one of them should have a special cooling mechanism. This is slightly transparent and more of a bumper case. The ROG Phone 9 is rumored to be priced at around 1,200 euros or 1,300 euros, but remains to be seen what the Pro model price will be. This is yet another skinny case. It's like a bikini case, doesn't cover up everything. Even though the phone is pretty robust itself, made of metal and glass. This is the other one. Of course, leaving the whole anime LED thing out in the open for you to enjoy it, interact with it, and play stuff. Of course, you cannot interact with it, it's not a screen per se, but yeah, you get it. Okay, so let's put everything back as it was. So this is probably the most powerful phone on the market right now. Benchmarks will confirm it. It should be able to reach around 3 million points in Antutu without a problem. We're not done with the box, it's only just getting started. Nowadays we don't get chargers with phones, well, this one does. So we got a 65-watt charger with an USB-C connector, and here you can see the fine print saying indeed 65 watts. There is also a cable, a braided cable from USB-C to USB-C, and a pouch used to carry, I would say, rather the cooler. We have a brand new cooler, the AeroActive Cooler X Pro. It includes a subwoofer and these two cute gaming buttons, triggers. Of course, the fan has now become larger, and we also have other things here. We also have connector here, the 3.5mm connector for the audio jack, and USB-C. Not very sure what this one is, but I know for sure we should have a kickstand of sorts, ready to be propped open. Oh, this one. This is the kickstand that lets you prop up the phone. If you want to do the attachment, you press this and you're going to use the side USB-C button connector rather. And that's how the attachment goes. AeroActive Cooler X Pro. I can already feel the airflow. There's an update for the firmware, there's also some lighting here, and a subwoofer has been included as well. It's dangerously close to the camera if you ask me, but leaves enough room for you to actually handle it. Okay, so it's getting an update right now. And I'm going to talk about the design. Okay, so we've covered the unboxing pretty much, you know, everything available inside the box here. So we can definitely discuss the handset. Okay, so first things first, we're getting IP68 certified design, so it can take some water and dust without a problem. It's available only in black, the Pro version, and it measures 8.9mm in thickness like the predecessor, the ASUS ROG Phone 8 Pro. It weighs 227 grams, about the same weight as the iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's got two USB-C ports, one is here and the other one is on the side. It's got an audio jack as well. The screen at the front is flat and is protected with Gorilla Glass Victus. The phone offers pretty good grip. And here we have the touch buttons for input in games. And aside from that, well, the design is pretty much similar to the predecessor, although the backside is a bit glittery. something like nano crystal or something like that. It's a matte finish, it's not glossy, but the camera module is definitely standing out. Although people compare it to the iPhone one, it kind of stands out with this red band here and this slightly sloped finishing. And of course there's a whole gimbal thing. Okay, so I would say that the surface is fingerprint free, both at the front and both at the back side, which is a pretty cool thing. We got IP68 rating, and you can also show GIFs on the back side, the mini-LED interface. By the way, right now we have 648 dots for that LED area. The predecessor had 85 LED dots. Okay, update has been successful. You can detach it, and you can definitely tweak it from the armory crate here. I can feel the airflow and can possibly also customize anime vision. It's obscured by this one. AeroActive Cooler, more settings. The cooling mode includes Smart, Cool, Frosty. You also have lighting controls available here. Let's actually trigger the X mode. You can now have an X mode plus thanks to the cooler, an even more powerful mode. These are the tweaks you can do. Screen off, you get the mixed lights, you get the charging, you get the screen on, rainbow. Nothing out of the ordinary as far as the lighting goes, but there are some options here. We have a tutorial. You can also disable the fan when the microphone is active to do your gaming. Okay, so when you're done, you can deactivate it like this. Get rid of the X mode. Just simply press this button here and you should be done. Now, putting the cooler aside, I'm actually going to play with this beautiful interface here. There's a special selection for it, so you have to go to the Anime Vision, more settings. You can have it display a variety of things: music, incoming calls, notification, charging, screen on, screen off, when taking a picture, timer countdown and recording, and finally you can also play some games. This is the animation that lets you play a bunch of, well, games. And there's also Anime Play. Anime Play basically lets you actually play games on this surface. Let's see if I properly triggered it. You can choose Snake. You can choose Brick Smasher. You can also choose Speedy Runner. Flip over to the back side. Okay, so this is Speedy Runner. You may know it because it resembles the one that appears when Chrome doesn't work. So when you don't have internet in the Chrome browser, you get a dinosaur which has to jump obstacles. You can also duck at times by pressing the buttons on the side. And that's only one of the games we have available here, which is actually pretty cool. Okay, so when you're done, you can leave this interface. We've talked about the design at length, I would say, and now we can also talk about the screen. The display you're seeing right here, well, it's a 6.78 panel Samsung E6 AMOLED, which has a full HD resolution, but can also go up to 185 Hz. Usually for gaming phones it was 165 Hz. I have a brand new, I would say, roof to reach. It's an LTPO panel which can go down to 1 Hz. It's got Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection, and that's about it. Okay, now as far as the processor is concerned, you can definitely find all the features here in the settings. So we can go to the system preferences, or maybe not, system, about phone. We have the brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite with improved cooling, I would say. Now what we have here is a 5-section structure with 360 degree cooling. There's graphite sheets and more. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now aside from that, this powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, which is a 3 nanometer processor, is accompanied by 24 gigs of RAM. Yeah, you read it correctly, 24 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and 1 terabyte of UFS 4.1 storage. That's the Pro Edition. The battery is also pretty generous. It's a 5800 mAh unit with 65 watt charging, and that's via wire. There's also 15 watt wireless charging. We also have stereo speakers on the device, so you can find one here and the other one is the earpiece here. Well, sometimes they put it into slits here so they can be orientated toward the user, but I'm guessing that this cutout here is for the one of the speakers. You also have the audio jack, by the way, and the USB-C connector here. I almost thought it was scratched, but it was not. Got scared for a second. Okay, now as far as the connectivity is concerned, the phone is fully spec'd. There's a 5G connectivity, there's Wi-Fi 7, there's Bluetooth 5.4, there's USB-C 3.2, actually 2 USB ports for good measure. So one of them will not bother you when you're playing games, so you can hold the phone like this and charge it via this area here. Now, as far as the cameras are concerned, well, on the camera front, we have a 32 megapixel shooter for the selfies with an ultra wide angle and LGBW sensor. At the back side, it feels a bit overkill for a gaming phone, the fact that we have a gimbal stabilization. It's a 6-axis stabilization. The main camera is a 50 megapixel sensor with a special Sony Lithia 700 and yeah, gimbal stabilization available here. There's a 32 megapixel camera, telephoto, 3x optical zoom, and finally we also have a 13 megapixel ultra wide camera with a special free-form lens. The camera interface is, I would say, rather generous and doesn't skimp on the AI thing. So let's see some other features. We got a Pro mode for photos, probably also videos, night mode, panorama, light trail, Pro video as well, slow-mo and time-lapse. We have AI panning. We have a portrait mode here. We also have a photo area with a special document capture feature, which is in beta. This is the video capture, and by the way, just so you know, video capture can go up to 8K. We also have HDR video and 3 types of stabilization. And finally, there's portrait video if you plan on using that, and a special 3D surround recording from the microphones, which are pretty potent, to be honest. Now, these are the options we have here, and I think it's time to also address finally the software. This is one of those Android 15 handsets with a special interface overlaid on top by ASUS, which takes care of gaming. So we got the Armory crate here. In the Armory crate, you can see the temperature, GPU, CPU, the RAM and storage being used. We have these profiles, X mode, dynamic and ultra durable. You can customize them. You have the anime vision. You also have the display area, AeroActive Cooler, and more features. There's an unboxing mission with AR. These are the games that you have. These are the games that I have installed, all of them with tweaks. This is the featured area, and well, that's about it, at least at first sight. There's actually much more you can do here as far as the features are concerned. So ultra durable will increase your battery life. X mode is the most high performing ones, and you can also do edits here like network related, screen related, sensitivity, and more. Speaking of sensitivity, once again, the gaming keys are here at the top side. Excuse me, at the right side if you're holding the phone like this. Okay, so that's the whole gaming part of it. There's also another feature. So let's say I activate a game like, I don't know, maybe Genshin Impact or Arena of Valor. Let's try Genshin, for example. There are some AI features here. There's AI gaming with auto pickup, so you can automatically collect items from the ground. There's auto run, so you can automatically run on the field. You can speed up the conversations when you're in an annoying cutscene that seems to last forever. And you can also have AI grabber, which grabs the information and searches it online, so you can get a tutorial of sorts. Okay, so there's AI in the gaming now. So what I'm talking about is auto pickup, so you can automatically gather objects from the ground. There's also auto run, so you can run on the fields automatically. There's the speed up conversations to get rid of the annoying cutscenes. There's quick escape, so you can escape some battles. And you can also record your victory videos if you want to. Plus auto skill upgrades for MOBA games. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Aside from that, you also have the X mode, which I showed you before, with the extra boost of high performance. And well, there's also AI when it comes to productivity, so not only in games. When it comes to the games, once again, there is a semicircle here in MOBAs, which includes abilities, and they will get upgraded automatically, so you won't have to remember to do that every time. This is Arena of Valor. This is one of the examples that were shown when the phone is talked about. Another example is Genshin Impact, of course, and a few other popular games. However, AI is not only for games, it's also available, as I said before, for productivity, as I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so this is some gameplay. This is MOBA, and these are the areas I was talking about. I have to press plus every time to upgrade these ones here. Well, thanks to the AI, I don't have to press plus. They will be upgraded automatically every time the need arises. And these are some of the options that I have here: network, interface, controls, and more. Okay, we're done with the gaming for now. We can also discuss productivity. So luckily, ASUS has put its AI features here. We have AI Grabber here, which can capture game screen text. You can select the text and play the games without worrying a language barrier. By the way, you can show Chinese and Japanese fonts on the backside. Speaking of this, you can open floating windows via heads up. You have a fingerprint scanner in the screen as far as I know. And let's see other settings. Air triggers can be tweaked from here. There's the AI text kit, AI grabber, and these are the features. AI transcript can transcribe content into text and generate summaries. There's AI wallpaper, AI call translator, AI panning, and more. So AI call translator, basically you are having a phone call, it can do translation for you, so you can get rid of the language barrier. AI wallpaper, you can go to the wallpaper and just create it using a bunch of, I don't know, keywords and combos. And finally, a transcript. When you're recording something with the audio recorder, sound recorder like this, I can keep talking here. So I can keep talking right now, and the transcription will turn what I'm saying into actual text, which can be, I don't know, summarized, which can be forwarded, useful for journalists, vloggers, and students. Okay, so it's transcribing right now, hopefully. Oh, so you can see the transcription of what I just said, which is kind of cool. You can also summarize it. Oh, 3 gigabytes. That's quite a lot. So some of the features here will require some downloads to properly work, but I have to mention something. Unlike other phones out there, I'm happy that I'm not required to have an account to log into to use the AI features. So basically, compared to the predecessor, improved CPU, improved anime area at the backside, extra AI, and improved cooling. That's about it for the ASUS ROG Phone 9 Pro. Now I'm going to play some games on it because I'm quite excited and I have a lot of Call of Duty to play. Goodbye.